Hi everyone, welcome back to the astrology series, and today we're looking into style, aesthetic, and beauty based on your zodiac sign. So today we're going to look into Leo, and first of all, we're going to kind of see why it is important to look at someone's sun, rising, and Venus when we are looking at style and beauty and appearance. So basically, I would say the rising sign is incredibly important because in astrology, your ascendant slash rising sign is kind of like your physical body. You know, it's your physical appearance. It's kind of that energy that you present out into the world that other people can physically see from you. So yeah, I would definitely look into style and appearance when it comes to your rising sign. As well, a sun sign is still an energy that shines outward. So a Leo sun, for example, can definitely embody a lot of visible Leo beauty, Leo traits, Leo qualities. And again, a Venus sign. Venus is the planet of beauty, of appearance, of creativity. And style is also kind of our creativity, right? It's also how we like to express ourselves. So yeah, a Leo Venus, again, can give a huge insight in someone's style. All right, so that's why I would recommend if you have Leo rising or Sun or Venus to look at this video, or if you know other people who do, or if you just watch it for entertainment purposes, you're always welcome on the channel. And basically another thing that we have to look at when we're discussing style for Leos, it's their element. So Leo, your element is the element of fire. And when we look at a fire element, it's more extroverted, it's more extravagant. And I definitely want to use the word extravagant when it comes to looking at a style for Leos, because I definitely feel like your element is fire. So I think fire signs embracing a little bit of their extroverted energy and allowing themselves to be seen, being a bit of a showstopper, you know, allowing that to be and not being afraid to express themselves, because Leo is a sign of self-expression. And especially if you have that Leo rising sun or Venus, then maybe your clothing or your style can be a means of really expressing yourself and your creativity that may even be incredibly important to Leos, because they are in this self-expressive energy. And so I said their element is fire, but even more so, another thing that even adds to that fire energy of being seen and being more extroverted is also your ruling planet. So you are ruled by the sun, Leo. You are ruled by this energy of being seen and popularity, and yeah, kind of even maybe sometimes you could have a flair for the dramatics, or just, I feel for Leos when it comes to their style and appearance, it's so important to embody that energy of I am allowed to be seen. And especially with the sun, maybe if we look at your colors, or if we look at what you're wearing, you don't mind maybe wearing some pieces that will allow you to be seen. So this can be in the form of brighter colors, so not shying back from brighter colors like people notice, you know, brighter colors maybe more so than more grays and blacks and whites. Like I feel like a Leo can really rock some bright colors. But also I feel like for Leo it's all about that self-expression, so expressing themselves maybe in more than one way through their clothing. Maybe you guys do like to have this ability to express yourself in different ways through your clothing as well. But I do feel like people with Leo placements naturally have a star quality to them, and especially if they channel that well in their fashion, then you could have multiple people wearing the same thing, but it's almost the Leo energy that naturally makes people want to look at it. So I definitely have some celebrity examples that I'm going to use to explain that a little bit later on, so don't skip that part. But when I look at your colors, Leo, I don't think you have to feel like you're limited to certain colors. I feel like Leos can rock out of the zodiac signs. I think fire signs can do that very well, and maybe air signs too, but Leos as well, like bright colors. You can definitely rock bright colors, but Leo, you're also associated with kind of royalty, regal energy, and wearing maybe gold accents, or even with your fire element, I really like the popping orange or red, whether it's a hairstyle or whether it's a clothing style. Like even different colors in your hair would suit Leos very, very well, is what I'm getting. So yellow is another color, like yellow or gold, that you could that could suit you very well. Maybe also because of your sun influence there. I'm drinking hot chocolate, by the way. That's really nice. And then there's one more thing for you guys to look at before we're gonna really look at some beautiful examples and give more of my personal observations and analysis of the Leo style and beauty. So when I'm thinking about Leo and some of the body parts or things that are associated with Leo's beauty, I would definitely be the first thing is hair. Hair, the lion's mane, is associated with your zodiac sign. So I've seen it, like for example with Kylie Jenner, like she has prominent Leo energy, and she was very much, untamed when it comes to experimenting with different hairstyles. Like she had the purple hairstyle and it looked very good on her. And even with Dua Lipa, she right now in her new video, you would see her change her hair into this dark red. And I don't know, with Leos changing their hair, whether it's the color or whether it's like a style, I feel like sometimes it can be such a statement piece. Like it can look so good on them is really what I get. And even with I'll already give some examples for the hair. For example, Tina Turner has a Leo rising and she's known for her hair. So definitely Leos embracing their hair can be quite a statement piece, even in your beauty and style and aesthetic. So it doesn't have to be, maybe you'd even say that to you, your hair is part of your aesthetic. Like it's something that you take with you in your changes, in your self-expression, in your creativity. That's something you see. You see it with Lindsay Lohan as well. Like she has her iconic reddish hair, but then also when she switched it up to the blonde hair, it looks so good on her too. And we have another example for a guy. We have Dylan O'Brien. So I always think he's beautiful, but he's naturally got great hair. But then he switched to the blonde, and even that, it looked good on him. It seemed to be a move when it came to expressing himself and his style. And his hair was a major part in that. His hair really switched up his look, where he was known from like the Maze Runner or something. It was more this tamed energy, but still the great hair. Like Dylan O'Brien, like Shawn Mendes also has Leo energy, great hair. And then the moment he shifted his hair, other parts of his aesthetic started to shift as well, and he was starting to wear a bit more bold colors, and I felt like, okay, more and more of your Leo energy is coming out, and I do really like it. So yeah, let's look into a couple more examples for Leo. So I definitely feel like, as we're talking about physicality, Leo, I also feel like Leo risings or Venus sometimes have prominent facial features. Like I sometimes feel like I can recognize from some people when they have prominent Leo placements, because they often, like for example with Lucy Hill or Jessica Alba, they both have a Leo rising, and they have this like a bit of the bigger eyes and the bigger lips. And I've known quite a bit of people with Leo energy, and I've often seen those features, like a little bit of a cat face, or a little bit of a something about a bit more of the plum face, or sometimes even a bit more, and I'm not trying to make that sound mean, like a bit more of a prominent head as well. Like I don't know, like you could see with Lucy Hale, and you could see with Jessica Alba as well. Like that's what I've often seen with Leo, especially Leo risings, but also people with prominent Leo Sun or Venus placements here as well. And yeah, we have a couple more examples. So I think when it comes to Leo energy, it's all about spotlight. It's all about allowing yourself to be seen, pushing maybe boundaries of what people feel like should be able to be shown into the outside world. Like Leos are about that representation, right? So Leos may like to push that a little bit. They may like to wear outfits that other people would see as a little bit over the top, and they would see like, yeah, but why not? And it doesn't mean they might want to do that every day, but occasionally, you know, shake it up a little bit, have a little bit of that dramatic effect to an outfit or look. I feel like a lot of Leos won't shy away from that. So we have Madonna, for example, with Venus in Leo. Well, a lot of this show-stopping star quality that Leo has, it's already kind of in your presence. It's not necessarily something that can just be achieved by an outfit, but it can come out even more when it's accentuated through cool, like show-stopping outfits. So you can see that with Madonna, but you can see it about the way that she carried herself with Michael Jackson here as well. So Michael Jackson has a lot of Virgo, but he also has that Venus in Leo. So again, you cannot miss that he was meant to be on stage. You cannot miss that star quality that he has. And in some of these outfits, he also allowed that. He was the king of pop, but he also allowed that king, like that regal energy to come through. Then we have Emily Ratajkowski. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but you can see it with her as well in some of the outfits and presence that she has, where it's kind of like naturally, it's like, look at me, and you will look at her. And another very famous Leo rising is Marilyn Monroe. And again, like people around her could have been wearing beautiful dresses, but when she wore that dress, it's something about the way she carried it. She also had her Lilith in her first house, like her iconic orange dress. I think orange is also a very, very good color for Leo energies. It's just iconic because she carries herself, her energy is regal, and her body obviously was beautiful too, but it was something in her energy that was you couldn't miss it, so to say. So yeah, I would definitely use Leo energy to describe that extravagance and that royalty and the hair and just the presence. You won't miss it, is what I'm getting. So with Leos, I often have also seen like more trendy styles, because Leo can also be a bit about popularity. So often something that they show can also represent their popularity. But even with Leos, things that are very self-expressive, such as like tattoos, for example, or makeup. I do feel like Leos can love makeup, not just for to cover something, but to show something. Like, for example, a popping eyeshadow or a nice brighter lip color. Like they might really like to show that. And tattoos, because sometimes tattoos can be a means of self-expressing. You know, you see a lot of Leo people with Leo tattoos, or just like to be able to use that as creativity, and maybe tattoos at times that are quite visible or that have a more visible meaning, maybe they like that as well. So yeah, that were just, I would even say, like accentuating with jewelry. Maybe they prefer gold over silver as well because of that sun energy. Or maybe even hairstyles that are quite visible, like clips with colors or something colorful to accentuate that crown energy, is another thing that I would see from Leos. If I'm looking a little bit more at my personal observations, I remember, and I don't want to say that out of spite, but I remember once a Leo friend of mine was wearing a very nice outfit, and I was wearing a very nice outfit that I really loved. And then she asked, or someone asked, like, whose outfit do you love more? And people said hers. And I was like, what? And I know that sounds maybe conceited, but usually I just felt like, what? And I don't know, it was something about maybe the way she carried it, something about the way it came across, that she naturally had people really look at her. And again, you know, she looked amazing, so it's not like out of spite or something, but I remembered it. And I was looking back on it, and I'm like, was it the outfit or was it just the way that she carried it, you know? Not to say that the outfit wasn't nice, but I always remembered that. And I've seen that with Leo energy as well, that there's something about them, and often the way that they carry their creativity, that just makes people want to look at them. And I've had quite some Leo rising also with the men. So I would say with the men, again, like you could fluctuate with your hair more often, or you could not be afraid to sometimes wear more brighter colors as a Leo. I've definitely seen Leo men also kind of like switch around with jewelry, or just in general. Often I liked Leo men because I like good hair on a guy. I like good hair. And they had good hair, or they just had a way with style, for sure. I've definitely seen them had a way with style, or grow into their style. The more they grow into their confidence, like I remember this Leo rising guy that a lot of Capricorn energy, and he always used to wear like, he didn't do much when it came to looking after his appearance, but then he got a coat and it was like this bright red color, and it brought a different energy to him. It brought something out of him where all of a sudden you noticed him more. And I felt like he was kind of leaning into his fire energy a little bit more, and allowing himself to be a bit more seen by something that he was wearing. And people started to find that more attractive. That's kind of what I feel like I've personally observed with Leo placements. So let me know, do you have Leo placements? What do you like to wear? What makes you feel confident, and what makes you feel good about yourself? And have you also experienced that if you allow your creativity to come through, or your style, your self-expression, that you do get those looks from other people? Because I definitely feel like Leos do. So thank you guys for watching, from me and from Diva, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day with lots of love. Bye!